All I knew about the statue was
Alright, Malachite?
Malachite was the big act. Well, I'm back. For a brief moment, I considered trying to make small talk with Malachite. Then I came to my senses. You just can't get talk that small.
Should have opened that before I started.
Do you know anything about the counterweight killings?
Find Therma.
I don't think Malachite is going to be much help.
Have you heard of Count von Uberwald?
Find Therma.
Yeah, I know. But it'd help me to know if you've heard of the Count...
Find Therma. No talk about von Uberwald. Find Therma.
Okay, you're the boss. Even if you're not paying me. I can be such a sucker. I always help guys.
Yeah, I've done all this, so...
Always a pleasure talking at you, Malachite.
So there's nothing... I need to go... I'm going to be missing something here. Ooh.
Looking closely at the frayed rope hanging from the rafters, I knew that Mundy had been tied up by the legs and then hung from the ceiling. I didn't know why. Frankly, I wondered if I really wanted to know why. Something very strange was going on. I didn't want to tamper with the evidence. Besides, there wasn't enough rope there to do me any good.
You.
Come to persecute me some more, Luton? A man's got to have a hobby. I found some frayed rope in the rafters of the room where Mundy was killed. Congratulations. What's that got to do with me? I was hoping you could tell me. You're optimistic. Not at all. I figure you'd like me to stop asking you questions. It wouldn't be my first wish, but it'd be in my top 10. Tell me about the rope. Why don't you tell me about the rope? You found it, not me. Mankin wasn't going to risk incriminating himself under any circumstances. Once again, I'd have to worm it out of him. So why did you kill Mundy? What? I didn't lay a finger on him. You gotta be crazy. Do you have any idea how bad all this is for business? Why would I cause all this? I'd have to be crazy. Vimes told me that you're a suspect. Of course I'm a suspect. I'm half elf. We're always a suspect. No one trusts us. I found some frayed... What's... Not a... I... Why don't you... Mankin... One... Does the word Azil mean anything to you? Leave me alone, Luta. This is... What do you know? I know that does... So how do you think having a murder in one... Pull it... Shut... I don't... I wasn't... I suppose I could have... Not...
Okay.
That's all for now. Always a pleasure. Mundy's killer had tied his legs to... It was bad enough. There should have been something in the boots. I was pretty sure that the watch didn't search them, and that didn't leave many options. There was nothing.
Did I already do? I can't.
Come to I found some... You're not a... It would jump. Why don't you... Mank... Once...
How am I going to get this out of him?
That's all. Always... Sapphire had a collection of trawl cosmetics, a granite filing stone, some colored sand, and various bottles. The mirror was a sad indictment of Sapphire's misconception that there was something glamorous about her job. What do you know? I can see my face in the mirror. It all looked like junk to me.
Okay, there's not much I can do here. Nothing here. Why is the mausoleum still on here? Nope.
The central atrium of the mausoleum opened up so that you could see the sky. I guess on some nights it must have been quite a beautiful sight. But this wasn't one of those nights. I liked the sky as much as the next man. But it wasn't exactly something I could pick up and put in my pocket. There was something about the way the other members of the Watch looked at me that let me know that no matter how innocent I was still stained with suspicion. Still, I'll take the stains of suspicion over the tarnish of guilt. Suspicion was easier to wash out. Sometimes I think I'd just give up and crawl inside a whiskey bottle. Except that you can only do that if you are less than 1 inch high. Doesn't look like I'm too welcome around here. Of course, I haven't been welcome here since I got kicked off the force, but at least then they just thought I was corrupt. Now they think I'm a murderer. Nah, Luton, you've got it all wrong. They don't think you're a murderer. They think... that my personal hygiene is appalling? No. That I have the Clatchian plague? No. Face it, they think I'm a murderer. You know, give me a minute, I'll think of something. Nobby, you've never thought of something printable in your entire life. Why should you start now? Am I still prime suspect in Mundy's murder? Afraid so. Does the word Azeel mean anything to you? No. I found some frayed rope in the rafters of Mundy's room. Good for you. I thought it might have some bearing on the case. I suppose I should mention it in the file. So there is a file, then? Well, not as such. But as soon as there is, I'll be sure to mention it. These little details could clear my name, Nobby. I suppose so. Well, thanks, Nobby. You've been a great help. Just doing my job to the best of my ability. That's what I was afraid of. Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al Kali? Never heard of him. How did you know he was male, then? You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun. Okay. Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was. One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby. Is it normally kept covered or what? I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby. You didn't... What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I've never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Tell me more about these counterweight killings. I'm not really sure I should, Luton. Sorry. Come on, Nobby. You can trust me. Well, no. Look, Luton, I can't tell you. Why not? Shouldn't I know? It's not to be discussed with anyone who's not part of the case. Ah, I see. Well, that makes sense. Obviously, you wouldn't want people not involved with the case learning about it. Exactly. And I'm the prime suspect in that case, right? Well, you're the prime suspect in the Mundy case. But the prime suspect in the counterweight killings is that foreign spy who's been killing all the prominent people. Like that bloke up at Unseen University and that fellow in the Patrician's Palace. Right. Well, I won't ask any more questions then, seeing as how I shouldn't. Thank you, Luton. I appreciate it.
I don't think this is Count von Uberwald.
Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald? Never heard of him.
Yeah, this is all.
I suppose I could have asked.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure I'll be back. Yeah, right, Luton.
Done that wrong.
Taking a break, Samael? Oh, yes. It's not easy working the piano all night. Well, I'm sure you deserve it. Thank you, Mr. Luton. You don't have to call me Mr. Samael. We're old friends. Sure thing, Mr. Luton. Old friends. I reckon I've earned a right to call you Mr. As long as that's what you want. How's business, Samael? It's pretty good, Mr. Luton. How are things with you? Not so good. I think I'm so deep in trouble that I haven't even realized it yet. You haven't had much luck, have you, Mr. Luton? Not since the Hotel Pseudopolis. That was when... Oh, I see. That's okay, Samael. I don't mind talking to you about it. You're like family. Do you know anything about the murder of a man named Mundy? Sorry, Mr. Luton, I don't know. Does the word Azil mean anything to you? Sorry, Mr. Luton. I found some frayed rope near Mundy's body. Any idea what it means? I wouldn't know anything. What do you know about a woman named Carlotta? Sorry, Mr. Luton, Do you know a troll? Sorry? Have you seen Ilsa recently? You weren't expecting her to be here, were you? No, I wasn't. I've not seen her for a while. Last time she was here, she was with a foreign gentleman. I think he might have been from the Agatian Empire. Yeah, that'd be Two-Conkers, I guess. How come you know about the Agatian Empire? That's not common knowledge, is it? Worked the piano for enough years and you hear just about everything. Any idea where they might be now? I don't know, Mr. Luton. But I think they might be in trouble. You could be right. What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali? You hear a lot of talk around here, Samael. Have you heard anything about the counterweight killings? Oh, yeah. I've heard the talk. It's making the customers nervous. What do they say? Just rumors. You know how rumors spread. Well, let me know if you hear anything that has the ring of truth to it. Do you know... Sorry. Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald? I wouldn't know anything.
Oh, okay.
I was...
Nothing. Okay.
Thanks again, Samael. No problem, Mr. Luton.
Yeah, nothing interesting.
My old friend, the bar. I was tempted to order a drink, but I was working. I suppressed the urge to get myself a drink, although I could really have used one. Still here?
Here's as good as anywhere.
Do you want to know what happened?
Don't you...
What? Your...
Do you...
Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Have you heard of a dwarf who goes by the name of Al-Kali?
No, I haven't.
Never mind. I found some frayed rope near Mundy's body. Any idea what it means?
Be careful.
I've got things. I'll see.